This
So,
conference will now be recorded.
what we are discussing in previous sessions, we are talking about like a repo, right? Repository. So we have seen the Azure repo, right? So
Yes.
almost we have covered everything inside Azure repo, right? How we can create a branch, like branching a strategy, then the move code from like a one branch to another branch, the pull request, what are the functionality inside a pull request and all. And so we have covered all these things. So similar, we have a similar tool called GitHub, right? So GitHub is also a versions control tools where you can maintain your various versions of your code, right? So in the previous sessions we have talked about the Azure repo. In today's sessions we'll talk about a GitHub. Okay,
Okay.
so this one is the GitHub. So if you see like so see if you'll compare with the Azure DevOps, is like the Azure DevOps, it's uh, and it is like a placeholder of many other tools also, like we support other DevOps functionality, right? If you see, we have a board inside the Azure DevOps itself. Then we have a report. Then we have a pipeline, and for testing, we have a test plan to keep your build package and all. We have artifact, and also these are the other DevOps functionality which hold by the Azure DevOps, right? So now if we'll talk about the GitHub now, so GitHub is a only versions control tool, right? This is a complete ADO tool, Azure DevOps tool. Inside that there is a one feature called Azure Repo, right?
Repo.
Which is used to create like a repository, it is like a place over the internet to keep your code, right? Just
Yes.
basically provide you the storage to keep your code and all. So similarly, we'll see here now we have a GitHub, right? So GitHub is also versions control tool. Okay, so if you see like the functionality and other will be like the same. So if you see like we have a code, so this is the because we are talking about like a next life cycle of a DevOps, right? That is a coding, and then if you see like we have a project pull request here also, right? So what we'll do here also, so how we can create, so either we can create repository and import repository. So what is the difference between create new repository and import repositories?
Create, like we need to create a new one. Import
Okay.
means other, we need to take from the other, like Azure to GitHub to some others.
Yes, yes,
We
something
need,
like the suppose either two things. Okay, either your project will be like a phrase one, like suppose if you want to like a create like a phrase code and all, and you have got
yeah.
like a new GitHub account and all, you can create your new repository. If you have a migration project, suppose you were using some other versions control tool before, right? Now you have to migrate all your code into like a GitHub. Okay, so we can import there. So we can import like we can import the repository from that other place to here, right? So here also, if you see, we have a same this functionality, right? If you talk about here, like the interface is different, right? So see, if you want to create a new repository, we are coming here, right? So here also we have a two functions, right? Import new repository and import repository, right?
Yes.
And here also we have a two things, like a new repository and import repository. So since we are working on a fresh project, so we'll create our new repository. Right, so here if you see that the repository place is like a public and private view. It is like how we are, so since see here while creating a repository, it has not given you like a public and private view, right? Because it depend upon your project. So suppose if you're creating it inside a private project, by default your repository will be private, right?
Yes.
Since your project workspace is a private, so it will not allow anybody to go inside, so your repository will be also protected, right? So if you are creating any repository in the public, so by default it will be like of a public view, anybody can go and check your repository and all. So but here, since we don't have like a kind of project kind of things now, so here like a repository itself is a project. So if you see that, we'll create a same repository here. We've created demo repo, right? Demo repo is already, I'll create demo raw repo. Okay,
Okay.
Now description is, we'll create a public repository because you don't want to expose our code. See, here also we have the same functionality, right? If you want to include the readme file or not. What is the readme file? So where we can keep a set of instruction and all, right? If any information is related to code repository, how to build the code and all these things, we can keep it here, right?
Yes.
In the readme file if you
Read
include.
me
So
file.
if you tick this option, it will create a repository with a readme file. If you uncheck this option, it will create a repository only, it will not create a readme file for you, right? So it is always suggested to create with a readme file, because it will give you a placeholder where you can keep all your instruction. And also suppose if you want to give any special set of instruction to a developer, yeah, someone who will be working on this repository, we can put the details here, right? So it always good to create with the readme file. Okay, now I'll create this. See, now it is showing you here, right? This is the this will set the main as a default branch. Okay, if so here also we had a default branch, right? What was the default branch?
It's like
So
the
we had a main was
main
the
main.
default
Yeah,
branch,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
So then here also it will be the main as a default branch. So I'll go ahead and create the repository. See, it has only created with the main, the default branch. So if you'll compare this GitHub and Azure repo, it is quite similar, right? Both are like similar to each other, right? The functionality, the other and all. Only like a interface look like different, right? How is
Yes.
rest like a core concept is the same. That's why. So you can work on any. If you walk on the GitLab also, the GitLab also look will the same. It will look like the same. The core functionality is the same only, like a branching, repo creation and all. Everything will be the same. Okay. So as a versions control tool, in the sense the source control tool, I am going to cover only this tool like a repo and GitHub. Okay. Now,
Okay.
if we need to maintain a various version of a code, right? In the previous session, we have seen that why it is mandatory to maintain a various versions of a code, right? So here also, so what we need to do for that?
We need to create sub branches.
Yes, we need to create some branches. So if you see, we have only one branch here. So
Yes.
we'll just follow the similar state of thing. So it will be very easy to compare. So now we'll create like a four more branches, like a we'll create a
DevOps.
dev,
Yeah.
main, and
Main
pre-prod, and test. So
test.
okay, so it has created the dev branch. Now it has the branches is updated here too, right?
Yes.
See, you can create even tag also if you want to release anything not while deployment. So we'll come to the tag part later. Okay, when we'll talk about the pipeline and all. Then dev test, then we'll create
Pre-prod.
pre-prod, right? These three. And prod is nothing but main branch only will be the prod branch, right? So we'll see like a dev, test, pre-prod and all, right? So if you
Prod.
want to work on anything, so what are the recommended way of working? So suppose if you want to work in, we have to create your own branch, right? Like a say feature one, right? Like a features
Yes.
branch. So let me create the feature one. So now I have created the feature branch. Here we'll create like a add file and all. So we'll create a file. So same. So yeah, infra. Inside infra, we'll create Ansible. Inside Ansible, main.yaml. This is for YAML code,
Code.
right? Now
Yes.
I'll commit these changes. Now inside infra, I'll create one more folder,
Terraform.
right?
Main.
Now if you'll see in feature branch, we have a two things, right? We have created like a similar structure here here also. We have infra, inside infra, we have Ansible and Terraform.
And
Here
still
also we
Terraform.
have infra. Yeah, we have a infra, inside infra we have. So if you see here, we have a infra, inside infra we have Terraform and Ansible, right?
Ansible.
So if you see here, we have a two commit, right? Two commit. And here also like a same concept, history. If you want to see, check the history, it will show you like a two commit. And here also if you see, if you notice that it is generating you a, what is this called?
ED4. Commit details like.
Commit ID. This one is called commit ID, right? Here also if you see that we have a commit ID, right? This one, if you see
Yes.
here, we have a commit ID. This, that commit ID. So like but it will tell you like who had done the changes and all, right? Based on the commit ID only, you'll be able to identify what are the changes done and all, right? Based on the commit ID, we can compare your file and all. We have seen this in the previous session, right? So if you see that we have the commit ID, so if you want to see the changes inside the commit ID, we can go and click on the commit ID. It will give you all the detail of the changes. Now here, so if you see the like a pretty much a similar view, right? If you see like it is showing like a one change file, one addition, zero deletion, kind of like a pretty similar file, right? And if you want to
Yeah.
go to the file, we can click on browse file. So browse file, it will take you to that file, like the file folder and all. And if you want to check the history, you can see the latest commit is this one. So what we have done is we have latest committed the Terraform code. So this we have make a changes and also. So if you are making even a single line changes, there will be a commit ID associated with that. That commit ID will only generate when you will commit the code. Commit the code in the sense we will save a code, right? So if you are saving
Yes.
even a single changes like a space, yeah, just a dot and all, then also it will generate a commit ID like a new commit ID. And based on the commit ID only, the CI and CD will work. The CI is nothing but continuous integration, right? So I was explaining in the first class, right? As soon as you will check in your code, you will commit your code, it will trigger a pipeline, right? How the pipeline will come to know that there was some change in the code or using a commit ID, right? Based on the
Commit
commit
ID.
ID, if it will generate a new commit ID, it means pipeline will detect, okay, there is a new commit ID is generated, it means something has changed in the code. So what that pipeline will do, it will trigger again to build your code, right? So because if you are doing even a small changes also, you need to build your code, right? We need to compile your code every time when you are making any changes, right? So that's the concept. Okay, so once we'll see the pipeline now, you'll see like a how the pipeline will so suppose if you have changed anything in this branch, okay, so it will automatically trigger a pipeline. So in the next sessions, coming sessions, we'll see when we'll start the pipeline, we'll see. Okay, by tomorrow this code will be over. Today I'll finish the GitHub. By tomorrow this code part will be over. Then you need to create this one, Azure portal account. Okay.
Okay.
Get the Azure portal account, then because then only you can start the pipeline. Okay. So make
Okay.
sure
Okay.
we have a portal account from a Monday.
Okay.
Okay. Mm, now we'll see the scene. So now what we have done, we'll go to the file. Okay. See, we have and this where we are. So this is showing with commit. Okay, based on the commit ID. But we were in the feature branch. Now in the feature branch we have infra and all. But if you go to the dev branch, we don't have anything, right?
Yes.
Right. So now we have to move this code. So what we have to do?
Like we need to.
What you have to do if you have to move the code from one branch to other branch? How we have moved the code in Azure repo?
It has been commit.
Commit is to save the code, no? Commit is to save the code. It will only save your code. It will generate a commit
Pull
ID.
request.
We have made, yes, that's the correct, the pull request. So you need to remember this term, okay?
Okay, okay. Pull request.
Yes, because in interview and all this, in these things only lack, right? They will ask, then this term need to be remembered by you, right? This need to
Yes.
remember. Okay, so if you see this compared and where you want to see, there also the same thing was there, right? We want to first send it to the dev branch, right? So it will be say the from, it is showing you the arrow, right? From feature one to dev branch. Now I'll write the title here, the same story but the different tool, right? Moving code from feature one to
Which one to dev?
dev. See here also we can set, you can assign to yourself. Here also you can set a reviewer, labels and all, right? You can keep a description. Now I'll just okay, create. We have seen that, right, for review and all.
Yes.
Now see, I'll go to the code. Here it will show me the repository. Now I want to go to the pull request. Oh, here is the pull request. So it is showing you one pull request.
One pull
If you
request is
go
there.
here, this one pull request,
Moving
just
code.
click on, just click on the pull request. It will show you the same thing. Two file changes, two commit, how many commits and all, everything it will show you, right? Here, if having any conversations and all, it will show you. Now, if you see that merge pull request, there it is coming, right? And even just create a merge commit. Create a merge commit in the sense it will merge your code, right? So here, since I am the only person and I have assigned this to myself, if you want to add, you can still add the reviewer, right? You can add the reviewer. It will not allow me to add myself as a reviewer, right? I have explained you, right? Because since I have only created the feature branch, so I should not be reviewer. This need to be reviewed by someone else, right?
Yeah.
So I am the only person. So you can add your reviewer here. Now if everything will fine, he will come here. He can. So we have a
Check
various
the
option. If you see rebase, merge, excuse and merge, the two command from branch will be combined into one commit into a base branch, right?
yes.
Rebase and merge, the two commit from this branch will be rebase and added to the base branch. So this, so suppose if you have a multiple commit, okay, like 10 and 2, if you want to combine the commit, we can do this, right? Squares and merge, right? And if you don't want to merge this commit, whatever, create a merge commit. Now merge pull request. It is again asking you for the confirmations, merge confirmations. So again we'll confirm this. Okay, let me merge this. So what have pull request is successfully merged and closed. Now you have to delete the feature one branch. There it was giving you the option while merging itself. Now here, if you want to delete, you can just click on the delete branch. So now what will happen? The feature one branch will be deleted and
Dev
code will be moved to from the feature one to dev branch. Now
test.
if will come to dev branch, no, we have moved from the feature one to dev, right? Not test.
Yes, yes.
First, the code is needs to move to dev, right? Where we'll do all the unit testing and all, right? See, now it has
Yes.
come to see. So where it is coming like pull request. Now if you'll go and see that commit here in this, if you'll go inside this and then check the history, it will give you one merge request. See, it is showing right now. If you can come here and so sorry, I'm checking dev branch. See, it is showing you like in history, right? One merge request, right? Merge request, request number
One.
one. now if you raise the another request, it will be request number two. Now if you can click here also, it will show you all the details like what are the changes, who has committed that, from where to where this has been merged, right? How many deletion, how many changes. So if you see only plus two, we have not deleted anything. We have just included this thing. Okay, like this we have to do. Again, if you want to move your code, so if you want to move your code from like a dev to test, then it is showing you now, right? It is highlighted. If dev has the recent pushes 1 minute ago, right? Now compare
Yes.
and create. Now if you want to create, where you want to move from dev to
Pull request. Test.
test,
First we
right?
need to
Yeah,
create pull request, then we need to move
yeah.
test.
Dev to test and then create pull request. I have created this pull request. Okay, so if you want, you can you'll merge this, confirm merge, right? We don't want to delete the dev branch, so we'll leave it is, right? Because we don't want to delete, because dev is our primary branch, right? One of our primary branch we have created. Feature one's branch can be only deleted. Dev will be primary branch. So they will ask you what is the branching strategy. How will define that? How will define the branching strategy? They will ask. So first you have to tell you why the branching is required, right? Why the what is the use of branching, why the branching is required and all. First we need to tell that, and then second thing, they will ask you what are the branching strategy you are using in your project. So you have to tell that we have like a some standard branch like a dev, test, pre-prod and prod. Dev contain like a development code, and test is the all the unit tested code will be then put into testing branch to make it the further testings like a SIT and UAT testing. Then it will go for the another level of a testing like a CADM, like a regression and performance testing, so where code will be put into the pre-prod branch. And finally, if all the result will be positive, then we'll move the code into the production branch. So
Production.
how yeah, so how will recommend the developer to do that? So they has to create their own feature run while working. So once, so because what they can do, they can create their individual feature branch and they can work on that, and then they need to commit their code into the development. And this is not like that they had to commit the code only after completion of the code. Okay, every day they need to commit. Hmm?
Okay.
Because we will not lose the code, right? That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you are using a versions control, right? Not to lose your code. So if you will do the commit every time, it your code will be saved, right? So then again you'll come tomorrow and then you can create a future branch from the dev branch, right? Your code will be automatically come into the feature branch, and then we can start building, can start developing on top of that, right? Because if you're seeing that if you are creating any branch, you can take a base of any branch, right? Any, if you're creating any new branch, you can take the base of a previous branch. So it will
Previous.
include all the code and all, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is all about. Now we have merged this into that test branch now, so we'll go and we'll check in the test branch. See, now we can see in the merge request too, it is showing red.
Yes.
Now here it will show you all the details like a three commit, where from where to where the code is moved, what were the source, what were the destinations. So source is from dev to test, who has done that, what are the changes and all. So see, if you see, it will give you all the commit ID also. There are the three commit ID now. Why? One is because
Create.
it has traveled from like a dev to test, right? So one is we have created a main.ml, another one is main.tf, one is the pull request. Now it is showing you the three commit ID. This time what you'll do, you'll create the other option. Now we'll go to the code. It is showing you now. Now it is showing test had the recently three pushes 3 minutes ago, right? recent process. So we can compare and create a pull request. Go ahead, compare and create. Okay, so this time what, where you will move from test to
Test to pre-prod.
moving code from test to pre-prod.
Action.
Now this time what we'll do, we will as choose this four option. Right now it is showing you the four commit. Before that it was showing you the three commit. Now because code has moved one more level, right? So the extra commit is nothing but the merge request, right? Because merge request is also changing your repository, right? So merge request will also consider a commit, right? So every
Commit.
merge request will be considered as a commit. Now this time we'll choose this option. Okay. Now, so what it will do, it will merge all the four commit into one. Confirm it is done. Merge, right? Now we'll go to the code. Go to the pre-prod branch, right? If you'll see this, we will have a three.
Test to
Okay. What it has done, it has merged all this, right? It has merged all this and
oh,
see.
one sec.
So
Give me a
now it
second.
will,
One second.
okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Sorry, sorry.
no worries. So if you'll see here, I'll show you first different test branch. Okay. Now if you'll go inside the test and you can check the history, it will show you all these thing, right? Created main dot tf and all, right?
Yes.
This okay, because the test branch has come like a created main dot and all this one. But if you'll go to like a pre-prod branch, let me go to code. Okay, inside history, see, it is only showing you the commit id because we have merged the commit, right? We have merged all the commit, right? That's why you have
Mm,
opted for the option second, right? Excuse and merge, right? So merge the commit and then move it to the higher branches, yeah, like to pre-prod, right? So what it has done, because why this option is level, because suppose if you're being, because in development, suppose if you're writing a big file, right? So there will be multiple commit, right? Like a thousand and all, right? Because you might have changes your code multiple times and also there will be multiple commit, right?
multiple. Yes.
Yeah, like in the higher environment, it will not look neat and clean, right? You might get confused. Okay, these many commits ID and all. It is creating confusion and also what are the options? We can merge all the commit into one. So it is like a merging like a single changes in like a multiple file into a single file and all. So similarly here also we are merging multiple commit into like a single one. So it will show you only one. So how this code has traveled from test one is showing you only like a pull request 3. So if you click on that 3 only, but if you go inside the 3 we'll be able to see like we have these things. But if you go to the history of this, now it will only show you it has come to this pre-prod only from the merge request. So it will show you the commit id of merge request only. Okay.
Okay.
Now we'll go and this is the final thing. So now if it is showing that now this see every time you are seeing this notification, the yellow line, right? The yellow highlight. So before that the environment is getting changes, right? Before that it was showing you for the dev. Then when you have merged the code into dev, it has started showing you for the test. This means it indicate that, right? this branch is have some latest push. Okay, we have made some changes in this branch. Now compare and move this in the higher environment. Your branch is not in sync with the lower environment. So now my main is not in sync with the lower environment, right? See, main doesn't have this infra folder, right?
Yes.
That's why we are getting these notifications. Now if we'll do this compare and pull request, this time we'll pre-prod to prod, moving code from pre-prod to
Production.
main is nothing but prod branch.
Production.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have moving code from like a pre-prod to prod branch, and that is a main branch. So we have this option again. I'll seek and confirm merge. So it will merge that. Now if we'll go to the code, we'll have a folder available in the main branch folder. Now this notification has went, right? This time it is not showing, right?
Yes.
We don't have any yellow notifications this time. Why? Because now all the branch is in sync with each other, right? So the same code is available in the days, pre-prod and productions, and it means main branch. So all the branch have a same code. It means all the branch are in sync with each other. That's why now if you go to the pull request, there will be four, yeah, four pull requests, right? Total pull requests, right? So here also we have open and close. There also it was showing you the open and close, right? So if you'll see, we have a four closed. Okay. Yeah, also it was showing you like a the pull request, right? Open, close, and so here also active, completed. Here there they call it as active and completed. Here it is saying that open and close, right?
Yes.
So this is the like all about like a, and here we have a few settings. Okay, so I'll explain you setting also. So from here like we can create a branch, can create a tag if you want to, can you can create a certain rule action. Okay, so this rule and action will come to like a how once we'll talk about like a see the action is similarly like if you want to general action and all, so allow action to reuse workflow, disable action and so on. This is like a creation enabling of a trigger and trigger. So one will discuss about this pipeline now. This time it will be more like a killer. Okay, now we can have a security also. We can do like a some security settings, and this is all about like a setting. So if you see like a the branches setting, okay, you have not protected any of your branch, add the protection rule. So branch name, which one is the main? Okay, so if you'll protect, what the protection means, see, requires pull request before merging. Okay, it means you'll not be able to uh, okay, you'll not be able to do any direct edit in the main branch. Okay, this the changes you can lock your branch.
Main branch. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you look and look, now I'll show you. Let me save this. Sorry,
Did not know.
was invalid. Why? Okay, my branch name is main only.
Main.
One, upgrade GitHub Pro to make the repository public to enable this one. Okay,
Cloud branch.
now you have you protected branch. Okay, this means will not be able to
We need to upgrade it.
yes, because we are using a free tile now, so that the limitation. So I'll explain you actually what I am trying to see. since your main is a master branch, right? Main will keep all the production code, right? So you don't want anybody to directly edit the main branch, right? They should always come from the pull request, right? Because if they will come from the pull request, they need to get it reviewed and all, right? If they should not be directly editing the master branch, because it will impact the it by mistakenly the wrong code can deploy to the production, right? that that's why.
Yes.
So what is the use here? So we can set some restrictions here, okay? You don't want the people to directly edit your, they should, if they want to merge the code into main branch, they have to come from the pull request, right? They have to come from the pull request and all. So all these things should be there, like some settings and all, but I think we have some limitations here. This is the insight, like the dashboard creation and all. So, and there is a one more setting that I need to, before, not secret developer setting will be there. Here it will be there. See, the developer setting is there, na? This is important. Okay, you should know like what is the developer setting, because
Yes.
this will help you to integrate the your repository. Now the developer setting. See this one, I, the personal access token. Okay, here we can generate a token. So expire on, it is showing you this token has expired, right? So if you want to, I'll
Don't
delete
we?
this. Okay, generate new token. Okay, see expiry is 30 days maximum, no expiration, you can set 7 days and all. I'll keep it for the 30 days. Mm, video connection. Okay, now
We should.
I'll give this see, these are the access we can provide. Okay, using this token, the people will be able to this, they can do anything with repository workflow, write packages. I don't want to delete admin, or they can do admin public key. Okay, notifications, user, admin hook. These are the options we can provide. Using this personal token, they will be able to do these many things. Getting right?
Yes.
Audit log I'll not give. Delete repo I'll not give. Code space I'll give. Now we'll create a token. Okay, we have created this token. I'll copy this token. Now using this token, we can connect these two. Now I have to. I was showing you like how we can connect a third-party tool. Now we'll go here. We'll connect a GitHub connection. Okay, connect to your GitHub
Connection.
account. Okay, see it is coming, right. So we have created this Rago repo. So, see now approve and install. Why not? Let me do in the different way. Service connector. Create a service connection. GitHub. Now we will use the personal access token. Okay, you have created this personal access token, right?
Yes. We need to copy that link.
Yes, the personal verification success. Okay, the GitHub demo, GitHub connection. I'll put the same in the description. That is optional, and make sure you tick this. Grant permission to all pipeline. Verify and save. Now our GitHub is connected. Okay, so if you'll create a pipeline, you can use the
Connect.
code from there, right? To create a pipeline, if you'll create a pipeline, see where is your code? GitHub. Okay, so it will show you like a authorizer
GitHub.
pipeline, right? It is showing you, right? You have created the repository there, demo rago, right? Repo. Here we have created the repository. It is showing you here, right?
Yes.
So if you see here, it will show you all the things here, like see main.tf, all the path where it is, and all see ansible main.ml and all, right? It is showing you. So you can link. So what we have done is here now we have linked the we can use this Azure DevOps to create
GitHub.
your pipeline, but your code is present in GitHub. So like that we can create one. That's the use of a service connection. I was showing you, right? So use of the service connection. We have seen that we have created this demo GitHub service connection today. When you have created user is
Yeah.
see, and you can
It's
even you
like
can
a input
make.
also, right?
Yes, it's like an input also. Even you can check the approvals, and also I can set myself if you want to use like a this need to get the approval. Okay, all approval must approved. Okay, I can keep like a advanced setting if you want a control option. Allow approval to approve there on, right. This is the 30 minute, like a 30 days timeout and all. So if anybody is using this repository, they need to approve it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is how you can make a connections. Okay, and this is the, so from where you'll get the token. See, you can connect to the GitHub using three ways. The GitHub apps you can connect using GitHub app, auth app, and personal access token. Okay.
Okay.
See, all these setting you can go to the organization setting like a GitHub features and preview setting and all this thing. I'll not go there. Yeah, I'll come here to. So we have repository. So here we have a various thing. We can create like a page packages and all, like a artifact and all. So only mainly thing like a GitHub is used for the repository. Here you have these are the admin kind of thing. So like for billing, email, notification, and all this will send like a if you set this will see the notifications, email, and all. Who is the primary, and we can add email things and all, password authentications, SSH key if you want to change the password and all these settings and all. So only thing we are worried about like a see code planning and all. It is showing you, right, the code planning and all inside this. You see the code planning and automations. Using this we can code a space, we can even create like a code a space. Okay, and then the mainly thing it is used for the repository. It's repository. Okay, now if you see that we don't have any collaborator here. So if you want we can add the collaborator. So we are here, right? So see who has access, who doesn't have access, manage the access, add people. I if you want, I can invite you also in this repository and all. So this is it. So suppose two and three people is working now, like how we can invite them and all. So we can invite here, like how we can do in the Azure repo, right? So this is in Azure repo, it is control at like a ADO level only, right? Here you can control at a repository level also. Now these are the security like a code security analysis, secrets and variable. If you want to put like a come secrets variable actions and all reply key. So these all are we can create a rules. So this is mainly comes when we'll talk about like GitHub actions. So GitHub actions will not I'll not be covering a GitHub actions. That is not very important or not. That is like a scheduling of pipeline and all this thing. I'll cover that part in the Azure repo, like how we can schedule a pipeline, how we can trigger the manual trigger, how the auto trigger we can enable and all. So that I'll be covering Azure pipeline. Okay,
That
right. So any doubt with this, we have covered the I have covered the repository of the GitHub. So any doubt so far?
no, no.
No, right? So you have installed the Git, right?
Yeah, I tried, but I didn't getting it. Git.
Installing a Git is nothing but uh, Git install for Windows. You have a Windows laptop, right? So you have a Windows
Yes.
laptop only, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, let's see the Git SCM. We can download this, the Git downloading package. Windows. First, we have to install the Git SCM.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yeah, you
Can you
can
hear
hear me,
me?
right? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, so what I was explaining you, just install a Git. Okay,
Again.
so
Okay.
just install a Git. Okay, and do a practice. So tomorrow we'll see like how we can clone your repository. Now we have seen that how we can work online, right? Inside the repository and all. Tomorrow we'll see how we can work offline, because now while creation of a branch and all these all things needed your internet, right?
Yes.
This needed internet and all, right? So now
Yes, yes.
tomorrow we'll finish the code part. Okay, so and from Monday we'll start the new life cycle of a DevOps. What is the new life cycle of a DevOps?
Hmm. Test. Test.
No, new life cycle of a DevOps is build, right?
Yes.
So that is
Yes,
a
build.
this build,
Build
right?
after test.
Yes, build after that, build after test and all. Okay,
Okay.
so uh just see that like a okay this thing. I'll upload the PDF and all. Okay, the repo PDF there, like Azure repo and GitHub repo and all. The PDF there, so we can go through the PDF. Okay, and just try to
Okay.
install the Git. So tomorrow we'll see how we can work offline. Okay.
Okay, sure. Sure. Mm, Git means like it's a red symbol, right? Git something is there.
Which one?
Red color is there. Git.
Yes, Git SCM is there. The Git is if you just try it. If not, then yeah, red color one. And if not, then I'll try to share this Git file here in the chat tomorrow. Okay. I'll also
Mm,
set up a Git today in
okay.
the
Okay.
laptop panel, and then tomorrow we'll start
Mm,
on the that one. Okay.
Git.
So hope you have a
Okay.